Well, I have a task for you. Create a chatbot like 30 minutes quick. Okay.
I'll first train it. It seems like we have forgot something or
Hi. Okay. It was a. Hi, Dishant. How's it going?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Well, I have a task for you. I want you to create a chatbot like real quick. 30 minutes quick. Okay.
30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, that's right. So 30 minutes. I want a chatbot ready. Alright. I
Okay,
hope you
okay.
understood that.
Yeah, I don't have
Okay.
any issues.
Okay. I'll see you then.
So boss has said to create customer care chatbot. So we'll start going to command prompt and activating Conda environment for Rasa. I'll be using Rasa 2.8. You can use whichever you want to. It's up to you. Going in D directory and inside the customer care folder. Here we'll be initializing a Rasa chatbot. So type Rasa in it. I'll choose the current directory. I don't want to, and that's it. Here we have initialized our Rasa chatbot. So now we'll go to Pycharm. So here are all the files and folders which are created, and before adding some NLU, I'll first name them. So first I started with removing this all of them and then adding FAQ, chit chat, and some more of them like contact us, then talk to human, and out of scope. So this all intent I added them first, and then I started with adding slots like name, then adding the type as text, influence conversation as false. Then same goes for email. So I eventually added all of the slots right here, and this is what we need. And also make sure you keep this as any, because this will be a slot where we'll be checking if the user has said yes or no. So we'll need check. And now we'll be adding some entities. So in entities we'll be keeping it as email and number. So this both are the entities that we'll be using. As we have added FAQ, chit chat, contact us, talk to human, out of scope, this intent. Now we'll just create some of this intent inside our NLU. So first we will create a directory which will consist of NLUs. So I'll create new directory, name it as NLU, and now paste this NLU.yml inside NLU and click on refactor. This way we'll now have bunch of NLUs like FAQ chit chats and other ones inside the NLU.yml. So click on file, new, and their FAQ.yml, and one more will be chitchat.yml, just like this. Okay, so now first we'll copy some of the intents from right here, which is mood greet, mood unhappy, and bot challenge. This all. Cut this and then paste it right here. So this way, this are some chit chat. So we'll name it as chit chat slash mood great. Then this will be chit chat slash mood unhappy, and this will be chit chat slash bot challenge. So this way we added them, and don't forget to add version and say it as this is an NLU. Now we have added the chit chat. Now it's time for FAQs. So for FAQs, so same thing. Here we'll add some FAQ which will be of shipping, seeing at shipping duration. What shipping duration? And I'll add some more of examples. So these are some of them which I added, and now we'll add one more intent which is about payment modes. So many of customers have questions like what will be the payment modes, how they will be able to pay. So they might ask like what are payment modes you support. Make sure you add some more if you want the training to be good, but currently it's for demo, so this will probably work. And also one more thing that I forgot here is adding FAQ slash. So don't forget that right here also. FAQ slash return policy. So in examples, we'll add it as what are rules for returning a product. These are some of them, and now we'll be adding intent FAQ track product. You can probably add this feature, and I'll be showing you in future that how you can add this track product feature onto your chatbot. How do I track my product? These are few examples that I'm adding. So these are some of them which are highly asked by users. So I'll add this, and now we'll move ahead inside NLU and add the intents as contact us, talk to human, and out of scope. So first we'll add contact us, which will be as per the current scenario. I would say talk to human and contact us will go side by side. So it's better if you add only one of them. So this is for contact us, and I'll go to domain and remove talk to human. And because it's better to remove it since it will provide us warning that this wasn't found any. So for intent out of scope, add some examples. Alright, so now I added all of the out of scope questions which might get asked. This are some. So GitHub link is in bio, so you can just copy paste it. So we have now completed adding the intents. It's time for adding responses. So now we'll add responses for each and every intent which we have added. So first we already have a great, and now we'll be adding for chit chat. We'll be changing this to chit chat slash mood unhappy. Remove this and add utter underscore. This way we added mood unhappy utter, and then we'll be right here for bot challenge utter chit chat slash bot underscore challenge, and changing this to droid city, just like this. And for mood great, we'll be adding it like chit chat slash mood underscore great. So currently we added chit chat utterances, and we'll remove this particular section. And now we'll be adding utterances for FAQs. So for FAQ slash shipping duration. For the shipping duration, it will be so this is for shipping duration. And then for let's check another ones, and is payment mode. Just copy this and go to domain, paste it right here. It's better to check the spelling. These are the payment mode we are currently supporting, and there comes track product tag. This is the utter which I added. You can track your product from accounts, orders, and you will find list of orders. Now we'll be adding for written policy. So this is the written policy for us. And now we'll be adding some utters for contact us and outer scope. This is for outer scope, and for contact us we'll be using a form. So for the form, we'll be adding utters as per the slot name. So they are right here. Name, email, phone number, and confirm details. So as per that, we'll be adding ask name. Could you please tell me your name? Then will be utter ask email. Can you please provide me your email address? Utter ask phone number. And now it's time for asking confirming the detail. Confirm detail. First add button. Now to add text. These are the details I captured. Please confirm them below. So now we'll be adding some of the details which the user has added, which is name. And inside the bracket, if you add the slot name, it will show the content inside the slot. So this way we added all the utters for our slots. And now the final one, utter mail success. And then there will be when the user will cancel the mail cancel. You want help with. So this is the final version of all the utterances which I have added. So if you were not able to see properly some of the utterances like FAQs and some of the bigger utterances like confirm details. So yeah, it is. You can definitely pause this video. I'll zoom out and you can see all the utterances right here. So now we'll be adding forms for contact us. So for the forms, first we'll start with adding right inside the domain, which is forms, and the form name, which is contact us form. In the new version of Rasa, you have to specify required slots and then add the slots which are currently required. So first we'll go with name. Name will be of type from text. That's it. And then which will be email. Email will be of type entity, which is for phone number. And now there will be confirm details. Confirm details which will be of intent type. So from intent, which the intent will be a form, value will be of yes, and the type is from intent. And again, since it's capturing two intents, which is yes and no, which is affirm and deny, so I'll be adding two intent here. So this way I have added all the required slots for the current form. And now it's time to add some actions. So first I will add the action name here. The first will be validate contact us form. And also there will be second action submit contact us form. While adding all of them, there should be one more slot which will capture the message what the user want to send. So after the phone number, add one more slot which is message. It will be of type text since we don't want any kind of out of scope or any fallback to trigger. We'll be just using text. Yeah. And also right above required slots, add one more section as ignored intents, which will be out of scope. This intent will be ignored since we don't want it to conflict with all of these slots. So now it's time to add this to action. So go to project, then inside actions, right in here, add a class which is validate contact us form, which will inherit form validation action. Just press alt enter and this will show you. Now add name for this action def validate. This is the validate function. We'll be modifying it a bit. So now add the slot name which is currently the name. Add one more argument as value and we'll take care of the return type right at the end of this function. So first we'll check if the value is not done, and if it's not done we'll just return it inside the slot name, else we'll return requested slot as name. So this way, if we just use the shortcut of Pycharm alt enter, it will automatically change the return type. Now duplicate this function, change it to email. So for email address, we'll be using duckling entity. So the process will be same. We would be validating it right away. It will be validated itself by the duckling entity. So the process will be same. And again, duplicate this and change the validation slot to phone number. So if you want to validate phone number, what you can do is you can use regex and the patterns, which is readily available online, how to do it on Python. So you can just check the digit are 10 digit, 8 digit, depends on your region, and you can then add inside the slot. I'll add it directly inside the slot. I don't want to validate it right now. So this is how you can check the phone number. Duplicate this and now we'll be validating confirm details. So this will be a bit different than all the three confirm details. So now we'll be checking that if the intent is affirm or deny. To check that, we already have a inbuilt function which will get the intent name. So first we'll create a variable which will store the intent name of the latest message. So get intent of the latest message. So this will get the intent. So now we'll be checking the intent is affirm or deny. So if intent name in affirm slash comma deny, then we'll be adding this intent name inside the slot. Confirm details and the intent. Else it will directly ask again that do you want to confirm this detail? Why did I add intent name instead of value? Because it will be easy for us to check that if user said yes or no. That's simple. So now we'll be adding one more action which will submit this all data and tell the user that mail has been successfully sent. The class action submit contact form. Heading name, return, action, submit, contact us form. Def run. We'll be checking the slot confirm details that if the user has said yes or no. Tracker get slot confirm details. If confirm detail equals affirm, then we already have a template inside the domain. So we'll dispatch that to utter message, template, and the name of the template. So for the name of the template, we'll go inside domain, copy this name and paste it right inside the action template. And for else, we'll be dispatching the utter message template as utter mail cancel. Just like this. It's pretty simple. You can also add a functionality that will actually mail the user. So I'll be showing you that in the upcoming videos that how you can mail the user from a chatbot. So stay tuned for. So here we have completed actions and form. It's now time to add rule and stories based on all of the things that we have currently added. Just before we start adding stories, we also have to add one more section right here, that is message. So what the user has sent us the message, we have to show them. Use the slot message right here, and also we have to add it above. So just before confirm details, add this message for the type text. I specifically didn't add any kind of action here because there is no need for any validation, because the message will be a thing that user said, so we can't validate it. So now let's move on to our story. So first delete all the stories except the first one. We'll need it. Just right after utter greet, we'll be adding a chit chat, which is intent chit chat, and the utterance will be action utter chit chat, and rename this to chit chat. Same goes for FAQs. So copy this and change this to FAQ, and also here. For other, like the contact us, we'll be adding a form. So for that, add story as contact us form. Steps will be simple. When the intent is contact us, the action will be contact us form, and the active loop will be contact us form. So now let's add some rules. So go inside rules, and we'll remove this one and add rule as FAQ. The steps will be intent, FAQ, action should be utter, and same goes for chit chat. And now, when should the auto scope trigger? So it will trigger on NLU fall. So we'll add as NLU fallback, and the steps will be intent, NLU fallback, and the action will be utter out of. And there is one more thing that you can also add for auto scope. So when the auto scope intent is trigger, it should also utter auto. And now it's time to add the form rule. And now for the deactivation purpose, we'll add one more rule, which is deactivate contact us for, where the condition will be active. Active loop is contact us for, and the steps will be action is contact us for, active loop. Active loop is null, and the requested slot is null too. So for this, we'll add it like slot was set, and this will be that. The slot was set, the requested slot becomes null, and that moment will start the action. Action submit contact us form. That's it. This is the way you can deactivate the form. So now we have added the story and the rule. So now it's time to add the configuration. First, we'll uncomment the action endpoint right here. It should be like this. And now inside the config, uncomment the whole thing and remove the unnecessary section. And now right here we have to add a response selector for two different response selectors, which is one is FAQ and second is chit chat. So first we'll add for FAQ. Add the epochs as 100 and retrieval intent as FAQ, and just duplicate this particular section, change this to, that's it. And now we'll be adding duckling. So for duckling we'll be adding a name, which will be duckling entity extractor, and the dimensions, which will be extracting our email and number, and this will be on localhost. So URL will be localhost 8000. Don't forget to add HTTP. So now config and the whole chatbot is completed. Now it's time to test it. So now we have completely built our chatbot, and now it's time for testing it and training it. So let's see what happens. Just a minute, just a minute. My boss is messaging me. So okay, so let's do it fast. I'll first train it. It seems like we have forgot something or there was a spelling issue. So make sure you check the spelling for retrieval intent. And also this particular section, name the response selector was bit left. So I added a space and solved the issue. Now I'll train this. So the training has completed, and now it's time to test it. Rasa shell, and on the second terminal I'll start Rasa action. For me it was definitely more than 30 minutes, but for you guys it will be less than 30 minutes. So make sure you grab that subscribe button and click on like. So now first let's check the FAQs. Right here, don't forget to start the Docker server. So I mistakenly didn't start it. Now we'll be starting our ducking server. Previously, Docker wasn't on my Windows machine, so it's now. And once it's on, now we can start contact us. Basically, it wasn't able to understand my name. So now what I'll do is I'll change some of it from the root. So why was it able to recognize it? So what I did is from here in the forms, I removed ignore intent section. So now I'm adding my email address. So right here it failed because I haven't added one more thing, which is utterance for message. So right above this, make sure you add it, utterances. Now just close it and retrain. Now each and everything is working properly except the mood grade. We are not to talk about. So everything is working now, and I'll be giving it for the test to my boss. Let's see what happened. Till then, like this video, and if you have any doubts, add them in the comment section. You can also join the Discord server exclusively for Droid City.
Hi,
Hey,
Dishant. Hi. Okay, it was a good job with the chatbot. Like, really, the clients who I showcased it to, they were really impressed.
thank you.
Very good job. But there's one thing they would like. They want it to be a e-commerce bot.